Oh, we love sitting in traffic. We love... That was dumb. Ah, green light. Go, 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 go. All right. So, about to just kind of cruise through the park here. Wow, that's a nice little GTI. As everybody else breaks their neck looking at it, apparently. So yeah, fast track's done. It is now kind of gonna officially be summer. And with summer comes more car shit, more doing shit outside, more traveling, more of all that good stuff. For me, it's like a freaking like eyes wide open type of thing with a lot of this stuff. Of course, I've been in the car scene for like, 7-8 years at this point. I love it, always gonna be doing it. I'll probably be that dude that's like 80 years old who has the leather gloves on and, autocross the open face helmet and probably be driving a Subaru then, I don't know. Maybe I'll graduate and go to something different. But for now, gonna stick with the Subies. What I did want to talk to you guys about is what I'm gonna be doing in the next 2 weeks. And I figured, I'm probably not gonna get a chance to, make another video here or come out and do some big production-like thing with a tripod and shit. So since the camera was just hooked up there for autocross and I was trying out a new different little position there, I figured I would just kind of do like a standard little vlog type of thing that you see a lot of these car YouTubers doing. I have all the equipment for it, so let's go ahead and try. In 2 weeks, you might know that it is the STPR, which is Susquehannock, if I'm pronouncing that right, Trail Performance Rally. And it's this big rally that's, it's somewhere in the middle of Pennsylvania, Wellsboro. And my buddy Josh actually went to it a couple years ago, like I think 2011. And he said it was awesome. He got to meet a lot of the people that are there. There's a lot of amateur teams that are there, but there's a lot of kind of professional ones there. Ken Block, Travis Pastrana, Higgins is there, and they're all, they have Subarus, and I think Block, races for Ford now, or maybe he has his own team, I think. So yeah, they'll be there doing their thing, since Subaru's kind of out of the WRC, and they have been for a couple years now. So they do Rally America, and that's through the Vermont Sports Car Club and all that stuff. So that's how they get around, and they're doing their thing. But like I said, there's a lot of amateur teams that also participate in this. And amateur is simply that, you have some sponsors, and you're probably getting some parts here and there, and maybe some funding. But in general, it's completely funded by the individual doing it. And each team's different. Maybe some teams have money, some teams don't. But yeah, it's kind of like not really grassroots motorsports. That's kind of like what autocross is in a way. But in general, it's completely funded. So I think I don't even know what I'm getting at right here. But basically, there's a lot of volunteers. Even for these rallies to happen, there's a lot of volunteers. There's a lot of contributing stuff. So I figured, what the hell? Probably 2-3 months ago, there was another rally, and I actually emailed the guys from Map Rally Team. They're out of New Jersey. And I had seen their YouTube videos here and there. And I know the one guy, Mark, I saw him posting on RS25 a couple years ago, and I knew this team existed, and I've kind of been following them off and on. And I sent him an email, and I said, hey, for the Waste Management Performance Rally, it was in, I think, February. Are you guys going to this? Do you need a hand? Blah, blah, blah. Well, I was going to actually go to that. I was pretty much dead set on going to it. Only thing that happened was the rally was actually canceled probably 2 weeks ahead of time. Then it was going to begin. And I was kind of bummed because that was one of the, I wanted to at least go see that, but I was actually going to get to help a team, do something, get some hands-on experience, and, kind of volunteer for that. And unfortunately that fell through, and that was rescheduled for, I think, October, November now. It's in the fall at least. Obviously, didn't get my experience there, but now I'm going to be going to this bigger one, STPR. And that's cool. I called up Mark, or actually Mark called me after I text messaged him, but we talked through emails a little bit, and we worked out some of the details. Not everything's 100% right now, but I know I'm 100% going. I know my buddy Aaron wanted to go, but I'm not sure if he can get off work. So we're still working on somebody else. I'd like to drive up with somebody. It is like 4 hours away. But if I'm going by myself, hey, you know, not a biggie. You just kind of go. And, you know, I talked to Mark, and he seems like he's a good guy, and I'm sure he is. Mark, if you're watching this, you're pretty cool. But yeah, I mean, he even volunteered, you know, just on his end for, you know, me coming to help him out and everything. You know, basically a place to stay, food, housing, all that stuff for basically the time I'm there. And we are good. Woo. Get some details down, you know, basically, you know, bring some of your tools. You'll kind of get like one corner of the car maybe to take care of, you know, and that's great. You know, I like to do a lot of the suspension work, brakes, wheels, tires, that type of thing. That's mainly my thing. I mean, I've done a lot of engine stuff, but in general, I'd have to say like my thing is suspension, and that's kind of come from whenever I didn't have a turbo car, you know, there wasn't a whole lot you could do to the engine, so I mainly specialized in suspensions and brakes and all that good stuff. And plus autocross, that's mainly what you need, and I've just been around that for so long that I'm kind of comfortable with it. So yeah, that's in 2 weeks, and it should be a good time. I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully the weather holds up and the weather's half decent. I know it's rally, so this is not NASCAR. You know, if it's raining, it's not going to be snowing, but if it were to be, you know, you would just go through the rally basically. But hopefully, you know, it's, you know, maybe like mid 70s or something would be great, you know, not too hot, you know. Those would be, I guess, ideal conditions. I'm really looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to, you know, again, kind of seeing, you know, Pastrana block their cars, all that kind of stuff, the hype that kind of goes into it. It seems like it's a bit more of a, at least for the runs around here, it's a lot more of a, I wouldn't say high class, high profile, I guess you could say, rally. And it's definitely going to be my first rally too, which is kind of cool. I've only done autocross, and I know some of the people I hang out with do track cross, and some of the, you know, up at pit race and stuff, there's a, you know, circuit track. If you're watching my videos and you're not into rally at all, rally is basically four-wheel drive, but it can also be, not four-wheel drive, but all-wheel drive. It could be, you know, there could be front-wheel drive cars, even rear-wheel drive, and it's through dirt, rocks, you know, basically anything unpaved. And there may be some tarmac sections here and there depending on the rally, but there's different stages, there's different sections of the rally, I guess you could say. And, you know, obviously you're racing to get the best time, and I think mostly it's kind of like a time trial type of thing, like how autocross is, whereas you know, you could be racing against people, you know, like right then and there. I've seen a few, even some of the videos from Map Rally Team, I've seen them actually been in scenarios where they had to pass somebody who's going slower. It doesn't happen all the time. I think they kind of space the cars out, and it's, you know, basically a time trial type of thing. So yeah, that's rally, and you can look up rally videos. I'm not going to go all into it. If you have a Subaru like I do, you totally know what rally is. Subarus are kind of born through the whole rally scene, especially the WRX and the Impreza. Back in the early 90s, quick history lesson, but Subaru got into the WRC with, I believe, the Legacy. I think that was the first car that they ever entered. There might have even been a car before that, but they definitely actually started winning some with the Legacy, like the first generation ones. And then they, as cars were progressing and, you know, drivers were getting better, they had to step up their game and get a better car. So basically all the internals were kept the same, but they moved on to the Impreza. And the Impreza is basically, that's how it came to be. They needed a lighter car that was smaller, more nimble, and that's what they came up with, that's what the engineers came up with, and that's what they use. And they still even use that today whenever they're doing their rallies. Except recently, they've kind of gotten away from naming it. The WRX Impreza STI, I guess that kind of got too long, but they're differentiating between the Impreza line and the WRX and STI line at this point. And even I think the chassis are going to be completely different. And we can do a little pull. Boost. Yeah, you got to do that every now and again. I know I just kind of did it at autocross, but It's nice to kind of do it on these, I wouldn't even call this a back road, this is just a sectional road to kind of get to the other suburban area. I don't know, I would like to ask you guys, whoever's watching this, if you're watching on Facebook, if you follow through YouTube, I know I have like 35 subscribers at this point. If you found this on RS25 or NASIOC or whatever, you know, please subscribe. You're gonna get the best content through there. I'm gonna be able to, you know, post the videos and you're gonna get them immediately. And also, if you're on YouTube, you know, please comment, tell me what's up, what do you like, what do you don't like.